54.66. Hey y'all, Artist Poet Girl here, also known as APG Jamie, and I'm going to be working in my mold butter journal. It is called that because the outside cover is made from a butter carton packaging stuff. Yeah. So there you saw I was using some Liquitex gesso, and I'm going to be using a palette knife to apply that on this Recollections Honeycomb stencil thing. That's what it is, y'all. The gesso, the white gesso that I have, it's pretty thick, and I usually also have it in a bottle, and I'll water it down just a little bit. Of course, you can water it as you go as well. Now, mind you, I use various brands and colors of craft paint, and you see me applying this deep turquoise, teal color, depending on what you want to call it. Blue green, even green blue. So yeah, I'm using a brush. I'm just smearing it around. Yes, my gesso was dry, and here I'm using an art wipe. That's art, A-R-T, wipe, y'all. It's not a baby wipe. It's an art wipe, because I don't have any babies, so it's an art wipe. And I use that to scrub off some of that paint from the dried gesso. And I'm also doing the other page that way. And oh, this is a really neat stencil. It's from iStencils. It doesn't have a name, it just has their number that you saw. You can also see a list of my ingredients at the bottom. Well, in the about this video description, whatever that thing is called. So the noise you hear in the background is Champ. He is, I don't know, scratching on something. Let's see. Here, I looked at him. Made him stop in his tracks, I did. So here I'm using a cosmetic sponge to sponge on some blue craft paint through this really neato stencil. And no, Champ, don't jump on me, thank you. I don't need your help. You can't talk and people talk anyway. So I really like this effect. In a little bit I do something that I wished I hadn't done, but you know, it is what it is, and I couldn't undo it, so I left it just like it was, more or less. I really liked how this looked. That's so cool, y'all. So I'm just kind of smearing around a little bit, yeah, trying to get some of it off of the honeycomb texture there. And let's see, what am I going to do now? What's next? Oh, let's use this buttery yellow. I don't know why, because you're not going to be able to see it. It does change the color of the turquoise and the blue. But, you know, it's okay. Layers. It's all about the layers. And Paula Journal Artista says, work through the uglies. It wasn't ugly before this. It has turned into somewhat of a hot mess. Speaking of hot mess, if you have not requested to join the Hot Mess Art Gang and you feel so inclined, please email. And in your I don't know, was it reference line, put request joining. Yeah, and this is a DCWV stencil. It doesn't really have a name. It's just a bunch of dots, circles, kind of radiating out. And this is kind of the part I wish I had not have done. But it's all good, people. It's all good. Just work through the uglies, as Paula says. Paula. Oh, heat gun. Oh, there's not any heat gun. Well, I do use one. I do dry between the layers. Then see, I'm fanning it with my hand because I want it just a little bit dry, but you know, that was a mistake. I should have just laid the stencil right on there and used that art white from the get-go, but No, I didn't. So it still shows more or less, and it's still fine, and I still like it. I love. It's all good. My end result on this spread. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I'm getting better about knowing what supplies I used, except for when it comes to some of my older stamps, because I took them off the wood blocks and did not bother to write down the make or model of the stamps. So most of them, I really don't know who designed them. So if you do, you feel free to let me know in the comments of this video, and I'll be happy to note that in my desk reference journal. Oh, here I'm using some bubble wrap, and I believe that is a gray paint. Pretty sure it's a gray paint. It's craft paint, whichever. And I liked how this looked. It makes me happy. Smashy, smash. I don't know. Sometimes I don't use the bubble wrap that way. Sometimes I'll smear the paint out, like brayer it out, and then lay the bubble wrap on top of it. And here I'm going to use a script stamp. And I'm using the black paint instead of ink because I want it to be just a little bit heavier than what ink leaves it. Yeah, that's why, because I wanted it. I don't know, a heavier line. I don't know any other way to explain it. So yeah, heavier line. Sticking with it. Ooh, look at this Silverware stamp. I love it. And I've used it in this journal before. So I'm going to do some heat embossing. That was Champ. Sorry. He's such a child, you know. And I'm using some white embossing powder. I believe the actual name of it's Dove. And I was just getting a little bit out of the seam of the journal. And here comes the heat gun. I wonder if that ever gets annoying to her. It does not get annoying to me, and I know it does not get annoying to y'all either. So that little thing right there did not work out, so I just totally cut that part of the video out because it just did not work. That was a fail. Did not even turn into a flop opportunity. It was so bad. But that's okay. I moved on and got in. Will you just cut it out, please? Thank you. I'm doing a voiceover. They might want to hear a little musical interlude. Just a little musical interlude. So there, I put some of my silverware on the other page. I really like how that looked. Now I'm doing some little paint splattering, and you really can't see the color. It is a, I think it's a pale purpley, lavendery, pinky color. Because I like that color, y'all. So I'm trying to show you. Maybe you can see, maybe you can't. Anyway, this is a poem I got out of, hang on, let me see. I got that book for her. Yeah, I'm a member of, I don't know, some poets organization or some such. And I don't know, I'm getting feedback. So anyway, American Poets, and in that particular book, I think that was, I don't know what book that was from. Anyway, I cut out one of the poems that I like. I like some of the poems in there, not all of them. Some of them are way over my head. I can't think that high, y'all. So I'm a nice, simple girl. Children! Thank you. Sorry, y'all. So there I printed it out on the computer and cut it out and adhered it down onto my journal spread with probably Aleene's tacky glue, and now I'm going around it with a purple glittery pen, and it makes me happy. Heat gun! Dry behind the page as well, because that helps speed up some of that glue and stuff. Be careful not to overheat your embossed areas because it will melt it again. And I'm not going to read the poem. You can read it on here yourself. I'm not going to record the voiceover part of that. And I'm happy with my page, y'all. Yeah. So there you go. You can see all that. Yeah. So I don't know. The children are just being children and making noise because, you know, it's like when mom gets on the phone, it's time to chit chat and fight and stuff. They're just playing, they're not real fighting. So thanks for watching. Happy arting, y'all.